YouTube, what's up everyone? Welcome back. I got a video for you that is gonna be one you're gonna remember for the rest of your life. Listen, if you've been sleeping on crypto adoption, it's time to wake up. Because what I'm about to show you is the most bullish XRP signal we've ever seen. I'm not talking speculation here. I'm talking real world confirmation that everything Ripple has been building for the past decade, it's finally snapping into place. We got mainstream adoption from Fortune 500 giants, XRP blasting through key levels on record volume. Direct proof that XRP is wired into the backbone of global finance through ISO 20022 and Swift, that's right. And yes, we're going to break down why serious insiders out there are calling for XRP to hit $1 million by 2032. Folks, this isn't hopium. This is code, compliance, and cash flow. And if you think that's an exaggeration, you better stay with me because I'm going to connect the dots that most analysts, they're not even aware of yet. But you know what? Rip got you covered. Buckle up, baby, because after today, you won't just believe in XRP's future. You're going to know it. And it starts right here. CNBC just confirmed Walmart, the single biggest retailer in America with over 150 million users. They are now going to be accepting Bitcoin and crypto payments through OnePay Cash. Yes, you heard that. Think about the scale of this. And tie this all back in as we go through this video, because I set this up in a way that is going to show you the exact route, the exact path for XRP to get to these extremely high numbers. We need adoption. Adoption is key. Without adoption, we don't go anywhere. But the more adoption we get, the higher these prices are going to climb. So Walmart, they do billions in transactions every year. They don't move unless this infrastructure is bulletproof. And the fact that they're integrating crypto payments tells us one thing here. Mass adoption is no longer the future. It is here now. All it took was the Goldman Sachs boys, the BlackRock brothers to step in to tell you that they were getting involved in crypto, and that was going to bring in the rest. That was them telling you that it is safe. And now you see Walmart and you're going to see other major players get in the crypto bed, folks. Listen to this clip here.
And just the ease of which, regular folks, people who, go to Walmart, there are 150 million Americans who use Walmart online or in person every week, can now actually have crypto in this very same app. They can buy it, they can hold it, they can store it, they can trade it if they want. And then when they want to go pay for something, they can, turn it into cash. And like we said, OnePay is actually integrated into the checkouts of Walmart. So it is, I think, a milestone in that case, Carl.
This is absolutely massive. So Walmart rolling out crypto payments, it doesn't just benefit Bitcoin. I hope you realize that. It sets the stage for altcoins that are built for speed, scalability, and real-world settlement like XRP. Folks, no one's going to buy something on Walmart or Bitcoin and wait 4 hours just to find out that the transaction did not go through. I'm sorry to say that. XRP isn't just another digital asset. I hope everyone is starting to realize that. It is designed exactly for this high volume, low fee, instant payments at a global scale, serving billions of people. Walmart is the proof of concept that the world needs here. If retail giants are greenlighting, I should say, crypto rails, banks and governments, they can't stay on the sidelines. Stick around because in 1 minute, I'm going to show you how XRP ripped past $3 on massive institutional volume and why this breakout is only beginning. And we're rolling right into it, everyone. Look, XRP, it cracked $3. You'll love to see it, especially as we're entered October. And the numbers behind it are screaming bullish continuation. CoinDesk, they just dropped an update. After making it a video, XRP was trading at 302. It was up 3% in the last 24 hours, had over 110 million tokens traded. Do you really think retail is trading that much? That's institutional money. I keep telling you this. Retail does not move crypto anymore. We had our fun back in 2017. Maybe a little leading into 2020. It's all institutions now. Why now though, right? We got two major catalysts. One, The SEC's ongoing appeal drama, which is ironically is drawing more attention and liquid into XRP. And then 2, Japan's Bitcoin and XRP ETFs filing, signaling that the Asian markets are about to open the floodgate on XRP exposure. Let's listen to this clip and then let's talk about it.
Speculative inflow. However, upside was capped at the $3.10 resistance level. The overall move validates significant institutional participation with a major spike of over 212 million tokens, pushing the price up sharply in one 4-minute window. Sustained closure above the 310 resistance is required to unlock the next leg towards $3.20. As of time of recording, XRP was at $3.02, up 1.6% on the day. That is it for today's chart of the day. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Jensen.
You love today's chart of the day. I do too, trust me. Look, technicals back this up. We got the RSI currently sitting at 65, which is a super healthy bullish range with support locked at around 298 and resistance right around 305. XRP breaks it with the kind of volume that we're seeing behind it now. We don't just see a pump. We're going to see a freaking launch pad. This is the first domino. Price action confirms adoption. Adoption confirms utility, and utility fuels the mega trend. But before we dive into XRP's, what XRP's future utility is going to look like, let me pause for a second. If you're serious about understanding where this market is headed and how you're going to position yourself before the herd catches on, you better book a call with me. The link is down below in this video. This is where I go deeper, one-on-one, me and you, just like this in front of the camera. We talk strategies that most people, they're only going to hear about after the big moves happen. Book your call today. Very, very limited. Not many spots open. Now let's get back to this game-changing tech. We want to talk about XRP getting to those higher prices. We talk about adoption. Well, here's another piece of it. The CME group is rolling out 24/7 crypto trading early next year. This is what we need to see happen. We need to see the stock market come over. We need the CME. We need all of the money. You've heard that saying, that phrase before, especially being involved in XRP or even in Ripple. It is about all of the money. And that is exactly what we need here. We need all of the money, which brings us to this. The future of DeFi. Look, it's not wild speculation. This is Ripple right here. It's structured, it's scalable, and it's already being built right on the XRP ledger. DeFi, that's all I hear. Cha-ching, cha-ching, that's all I hear. So this was episode 2 from Ripple, On-Chain Economy series, right? They outlined exactly why XRP is the backbone of institutional finance. They talked about 3 key features here, okay? MPTs, which is a multi-purpose token. They're not just for payments. They unlock enterprise-grade use cases. 2, a permissioned DEX. This is huge, giving institutions the compliance they need while still tapping into blockchain liquidity. And number 3, they talked about the native lending protocol, which means credits, loans, and settlement directly on chain. All of this right here is massive because institutions, they don't care about memes. They don't care about your little meme coin out there in the XRP ledger. They care about compliance, confidentiality, and credit at scale. The XRP ledger, it delivers all 3. Listen.
XRPL already has payments capabilities, which is obviously essential for cross-border payments. But as you look to really replicate traditional finance or bring a lot more of these use cases onto the blockchain, the need for credit origination is clear. The way we're doing this on XRPL is a little bit different than what you see in other DeFi ecosystems.
So now if you think that sounds too big to be true, well, wait until you hear Jake's official $1 million XRP prediction. Listen up.
It will be millions, potentially $1 million, 2023. Sorry, not 2023, 2032. But 2032, I think, is when you could see a 6+ digit XRP, maybe even sooner than that, depending on the derivatives market and how much stuff gets tokenized.
Talks about derivatives, talks about tokenization. That's what you need. You want to see $1 million XRP? You want to see you get up there? Well, we need that. We need to take over Swift fully. We need these things to be trading and to be moving, and we need mass adoption for it. So this is the moment that turns XRP from a trade into once in a history wealth event. Imagine if you can buy 1 XRP today for $3, hold it up for 8 years, 7 years, 8 years, 10 years, heck, 15 years. Make $1 million. I mean, Jake's on record saying it's right here. 1 million by 2032. Now, before you say, and I hear the comments, look, this is Jake's prediction, all right? Before you say that's impossible, remember, Bitcoin was pennies before it became a $1 trillion asset. XRP is plugged into a bigger system, cross-border settlements, central bank digital currencies, and financial rails that could move quadrillions every single year. This isn't about retail pumps anymore. And I want to make it crystal clear. $1 million or not $1 million, retail does not move these markets. Institutions move these markets now. This is the institutional crypto bull run. They have taken over, and you want them to take over because the institutions have the big money. But all of this is about global liquidity and migration. And the institutions, they know it. They know what it's about, which brings us over to ETFs, my favorite topic. I mean, look at this. When Wall Street starts filing 50 ETFs in one shot, you know they're preparing for the flood. You can see it on my screen. I'll blow it up. DeFi, EA ETFs just filed for nearly 50 different 3x leverage ETFs. Some on single stocks, some on crypto, ETPs as well. Translations, institutions are building weapons of mass adoption, It's insane to think about, right? 50 filed at once. Once ETFs go live, pension funds, your hedge funds, everyday investors, they get frictionless access to crypto exposure that includes XRP linked products. Leverage means more liquidity, more volatility, and yes, that brings bigger upside. This is the gasoline on the fire of XRP's utility-driven demand. But where it all comes together, everyone, is that XRP isn't just ETF ready, right? It's in the code of global finance itself. And Smoke shows it to you right here. We'll blow it up. We've heard all the rumors about XRP and SWIFT. Here are the receipts. RippleNet payment schema directly references ISO 20022. External clearing settlement code list. You can see it right there on your screen. R3/4 code base and imports modules like XRP payments, XRP settlements, SWIFT service, and SWIFT payment type. So what does it all mean? Well, it means that XRP and SWIFT, they function on the same system. Not rumors, not speculations, to code. And the code doesn't lie. Why does it matter? Well, it's simple. Because every bank, every institution interacting with SWIFT must be ISO 20022 compliant. XRP isn't just compliant, it is built on their standard itself, which means when banks flip the switch, XRP is already integrated. That's not potential, it's inevitability. So let's zoom out here for a second. Walmart, they're normalizing crypto for 150 million people. XRP is breaking resistance on record volume, all coming from institutions, not the general public. The XRP ledger is rolling out institutional grade finance. ETFs are flooding in, and the code itself proves that XRP is wired into the future of SWIFT and ISO 20022. And then you got Jake's $1 million call. Not as hype, but as the logical conclusion of where global liquidity is flowing. This is the perfect storm. The rails are all being built, the liquidity is all lining up, and the adoption curve, well, it's already gone vertical. The only question left is, are you positioned here? Or are you watching from the sidelines? Because XRP, it's not just another coin, everyone. It's the backbone of the new financial system. And now, you've seen the proof.